Okay, it's our broadcast for lesson 12. We are all here and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I feel like this week, at least when I went through the prep, it was pretty similar to last week except for finding the difference. Kind of adding that. I mean, that's really the only thing I felt was new. How about for you guys?
I feel like the formula was slightly more complicated, only because it takes me another second to remember what I'm doing. For example, like when the fact, like you said, just having to find the meaning of the difference. So, different.
Did you actually use the formula? I didn't even really use any of the formulas. I just did it all in SPSS.
So I figured out how to do it in Excel, because like I told you guys before, but I had success doing it in Excel, so it wasn't as complicated as last week for me. So that's good.
Good.
That is good.
What I'm talking about is just how we started out with the difference of stating the null hypothesis versus the alternative hypothesis. Well, now it's like stating the mean of the difference in the null hypothesis compared to the alternative hypothesis. I just feel like it's just slightly more complicated because it's just one more thing I have to remember.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess I do have a harder time making sure that I'm coming up with like the right wording for everything. Like, what the people should say this, because it's always like in English state this.
Right.
So I guess that's true. I do have a harder time. I always look at the answer to key to see what they said. Like, okay, yeah, I kind of said that. Okay, that's pretty close. But, okay, so let's jump into the test. Thanks for meeting today, by the way. Sorry that I had to make you guys prep early, but
Larky,
my day's kind of complicated. What?
It's actually, for me, a huge blessing, because guess what happened? My stupid dog ate my daughter's retainer, and it sounds dumb, but the only day they can see her is tomorrow right at our meeting time. So I was like, hey, I just found that out today, but I was like, that is perfect. If I had to do that during the meeting, that would have sucked. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, anytime things come up like that, well, I mean, you wouldn't have known until today, but anytime you guys need to be like, oh, hey, today's super bad. Can we try to do it earlier or later? Just, kind of like I did, just let me know, let us all know. And we'll try to work it out. But
I think everyone's been really great at adjusting, so you guys are great.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just pulling up the quiz for 12.
Same here.
So if everyone wants to do that. 19, you guys, every time. Just gets more.
Oh, geez.
And then we're going to have to pull up the data files as well. So I'm going to pull those up.
So it's saying we need 2 of them. Does it say first?
B1 and A1. It's always so annoying that I should have just bought SPSS, but whatever.
I'm with you. Almost done.
Trying to throw it on to use the blue screen and the whatever. I'm always like,
you guys, so the data files, whenever they give instruction in the online textbook, I only get instructions for SPSS, but if I do it on my phone, then there's Excel instructions. Like all my files on the computer are for SPSS, but if I do it on my phone, they're all Excel.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do it on your phone.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
was doing it last week and realized because I haven't been able to access them very well. It's been really difficult.
So
So
annoying. No,
I don't know.
I've not done
I
that.
didn't.
anyways,
Yeah, I didn't
I was
know that
wondering.
either. I don't know if Larky pointed it out before, but I remember someone saying that it's if the file is the .sav, then we can't even download it to view it.
Right, that's what my problem has been. That I haven't been able to access them until I tried it on my phone randomly last week.
That's cool.
That's weird.
I mean, the only way I can access the SAV is when I go into VMware
SPSS.
or whatever, SPSS through the laptop junction of BYU Idaho, whatever on that. So annoying. But whatever. Okay, so those files should be pulled up for me.
Never find my calculator open.
Okay.
I have the files pulled up now. Sorry, that took a second.
Oh, that's okay. Might as well get out our pen and paper as well. Okay, is everyone ready to start on number 3?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So we have to do or this one.
Because this is where we do the t equals v bar minus 0.
I'm gonna go get Brit. No, you don't need to. Someone's someone's bringing her here. Oh, thank you though. Sorry. Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I was just saying, is this the one where we have to use the paired sample formula t equals d bar minus 0 over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I got 2.
Okay, 1 sec. Unless someone else has anything. 1 minute. You got 2?
I got 2, yeah. But I didn't
How did you?
put them all in at once. I did the first half, 2.2 subtract 0, and got that answer. Then I did the
got
bottom.
2.
I got 2 as well.
when I
Wait, what the heck?
it all to,
Someone walk me through it. I got 0.22222.
that's what I got the first time, but it's because I just put it all in at once. I had to separate it. Like,
I never put it all in at once. I feel like,
Me neither.
yeah.
So yeah, just do the top half and the bottom half separately and then divide it. And then I got 2.
Isn't the square root of 9 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys for the bottom half then get 9.9?
1.1.
Mm-hmm.
Heck.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
you're
do 3
Lucky. You're going to
Oh, I'm
divide
multiplying it.
3.3 by 3.
Sorry. Yep. I was multiplying it. That's why I kept not getting the right thing.
Oh, you poor pregnant lady.
Yeah. Let's just always pull the pregnancy card when I do things special. All right. So no. So 2. Like 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Quick. So the probability of obtaining a test statistic greater than Jordan's test statistic is 0.0403. Use this probability to determine the p-value for the Jordan's hypothesis test. I don't know what any of that wording means right now.
So
It's not telling us.
We need the probability applet, don't we? And we're just putting in.
we will.
And
Well,
then
we
it's
have to know what
greater
the
than.
t-value is. Oh yeah, just we're putting in 0.0403 into the
Yes.
thing.
To my understanding, yes.
Point 0.0403. 0.0403.
And then it said greater than the test statistic.
With a z-score of 1.747. No.
Sorry, what's the number again? 0.040.
0. So 0.0403.
And you guys are seeing the right side? Or
Let's
no?
see.
I'm going to highlight the middle and then the one tail, right?
For greater than anything greater than. So again, 0.9597. Is that what
Are you guys
got?
highlighting? Are you guys highlighting the middle and the right side?
Yes,
For greater
I
than.
am.
And the
I was.
area, in the area you got, I got 0.9799. Is that wrong?
Yeah, 0.9597.
I got 0.9597.
I do.
So all we're doing is putting her 0.0403 into the probability applet, right? As the
area. Are you putting? Oh, you're
Yes.
putting that in as the z-score.
Because
I was putting
it said
that in the area.
The test statistic is the same as the z-score, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Guys, no joke, my brain is not functioning today. Oh dear, 0.0403 for the z-score.
So Cheyenne, can you explain that to me?
Anything
Because
to
I
the
thought
right.
it was the area too.
Well, I just remember in a couple lessons back that writing down that the t-score, and this was in one of our quizzes, the t-score is, the z-score is the test statistic. And so we're replacing t with z, right?
The critical value. I remember that.
So the test statistic would be where the z normally goes, right?
Well, in that case, I got 0.8413.
Yeah,
Is that what you guys
that's what I got.
got, Shannon? Okay.
Why? Whoa.
Does that
Nope.
make sense? Am I thinking of that correctly?
How did you get that in your probability applet?
If you put what it listed as the test statistic, 0.0403, put that in the z-score, and I shaded just the greater than because it didn't say greater than or equal to. So then I get an area of 0.4840.
Okay.
Am I thinking of that right, or am I way off?
The p-value. No.
Well,
Let's try
my
it.
impression is greater than is you're highlighting the middle and then to the right, but that sounds like I'm wrong.
I'm not sure which sides to highlight has confused me a little bit.
Normally we did when the z-score is positive, just above it. When the z-score was negative and it was greater than, then we did the middle and the right.
Right. Or if it brings up averages or like.
So I think this one is only the right because the z-score that we got was already positive.
Right.
Okay. And in that case,
do you remember that, Marlies?
Yeah, no. I totally remember that. I just think it's a little bit strange that I guess that the lesson review didn't go over this at all. That I remember.
Right.
It's supposed to be in our brains. Come on now. We should have this down, right?
yeah, it's like,
Okay, so I'm typing in 0.484.
Okay.
Rounded.
That's what I got too. If that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
man, how did I get 1.1587?
You have to kind of start over. I don't know if like you have to kind of
to
start
refresh
over.
your applet sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
see.
weird.
0.48.
Because if you had put that in the area before that it got messed up, you need to start over.
Okay, so you guys ended up getting 0.4840, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I refreshed it. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to use the data file. Do you guys hear this? I did not sleep very well. Use the data file to answer the next 6 questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is data file A1 that we need to use. We're doing group 1 minus group 2 for our difference.
I gotta get back to my notes.
2. And then they want us to find all of those things for it. Lovely. All right. So I have some numbers pulled up
I have 0.407. Is that right? What you guys got?
for the
wait,
t-score.
wait. Sorry. For levels. Yeah, for the T-score.
That is, yep, I did get that.
Great.
Holy
cow.
407.
Yeah, I got 0.407.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's our test statistic.
Yeah, or the t-score.
Yes.
I will be right back.
Okay. For the p-value, 0.689.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the correct decision. So our level of significance is 0.10. So everything is bigger. So when it's greater, it's reject the null hypothesis, right?
You reject it you reject it if the p-value is less than. So yeah, we reject it.
Not fail to reject. Wait, what? I thought, which one is when it's greater?
Hold on, let me look at my.
So the p-value is less than the level of significance, right?
0.68 and 0.10.
Oh, I was thinking 1. Sorry. So the p-value is more. So we do need to fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Right, because when it's greater, we fail to reject.
Yeah, sorry. When you said 0.1 in my brain, I was thinking 1, like a whole number.
No.
All right.
So then if it's greater than, then it changes the thing, the p-value to 0.689 divided by 2, 0.3445. So is 0.34 greater than or less than 0.10? Wait. No, wait, isn't that what you did? Oh, shoot. No, you already had that. Wait, hold on one sec.
So question 8 is changing the alternative hypothesis.
So if we.
So did you notice question 8 is changing our alternative hypothesis to, instead of not equal to, it's changing it to greater than 0.
Okay, so do we need to like divide our value by 2? We can figure that out. Or we already.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If it's the one-tailed, I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking based on the. So 0.68 divided by 2 would be 0.34, right?
Hold on, I'm just typing it in right now. Divided by 0.34.
What question are we on?
And
8. So Cheyenne, Stacey and I were just talking about how in question 8, they're changing the alternative hypothesis from not equal to greater than 0. The difference of the mean is greater than 0. So Stacey and I were thinking we would need to divide the p-value in 2, since that would make it a one-tailed. They call that one-sided test.
But this is what confuses me when they start saying sufficient and insufficient and.
Okay.
Are we still on number 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Larky, we were just talking about how we need to divide the p-value, since they're changing the alternative hypothesis from not equal to the mean difference is greater than 0. So
Right.
when
That's what I said. So then it changes the p-value to 0.3445.
Right. But that's still higher than the
And 0.10.
Still higher.
Right. So that the mean difference is greater than, is equal to, why is it saying equal to? So we have insufficient evidence that the mean of the difference is equal to 0. We have insufficient evidence that the mean, well, it's definitely not greater than. So does it have to be one of the equals?
Well, but we're saying we don't have enough evidence that it's greater than 0. for this question? That's what throws me off.
So just really quickly, what did we say for 6 and 7? Because
So
they're not
6, we said
understanding.
0.689.
Okay, right,
And for 7, we said fail to reject the null hypothesis.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
So then
Because
with
it
the
was-
alternative hypothesis, because it was greater.
greater than the level of significance.
So then
Okay,
if you change the number 8 to the greater than 0,
right.
we have to divide the p-value by 2 to just get the one side or whatever. So that brings it to 0.3445, which is still greater than 0.10.
So you still reject it, right?
Yeah, but that's not doesn't say reject it. So we have to put it in the English statement. These are the ones I always have a hard time with, where it says we have insufficient evidence, right? So,
Right.
so
So I'm thinking it would be the second one. We have insufficient evidence that the mean of the difference is greater than 0. Because you still could accept it if you had more evidence, but it's greater than or equal to.
okay,
Does that make
I'll
sense?
go with that. How come we're not saying we have sufficient evidence?
Because
The
Because we're
difference is
failing
greater.
to reject still.
you reject,
Oh.
you
Okay,
don't have
okay.
the evidence if you reject it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the second one. Got it. All right. Data info numero dos. That's great. We're doing that one now.
Sorry, I'm just closing out.
So number 9, I want to say that n is greater.
I don't have it yet.
One
Sorry,
second.
it's still pulling it. I shouldn't have closed it out and then.
Well, which is greater, N or DF? I have N is greater.
So do I.
N is the sample size, right?
Yeah. Ready yet?
I'm still doing my difference.
Doing it? Okay.
I'm almost-
Doesn't it
Shall
pop
we?
it all the answers in for you?
Well,
Yeah.
once I do the difference thing, then I have to go back and do the analyze.
Analyze. Me too.
And are you still doing compare means one sample test?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I finally got it all pulled up here. So what is the next one asking?
Which one's greater, N or DF?
Oh, okay. So N is
So N. And then p-value 0.001.
yep.
Marlies?
Oh, yeah, that's what I have. That makes the p-value the same as the level of significance.
So then we reject the null hypothesis because they're equal to. Right?
Okay.
Wait, is that right?
I don't know that
Reject
I
it?
actually, I can't remember. hearing anything about whether they're the same.
Well, because when it's greater than, it's failed to reject, right?
Is that right?
Less than or
Yeah.
is, okay, yeah, reject, yeah.
No.
All right, so this one, again, are gonna use greater than and keep the same level of significance. Well, it's definitely, the p-value is definitely going to decrease,
Increase, right?
for sure. We're dividing it by 2, it has to
Should
decrease.
always decrease if we're
Yeah.
Can you
So
explain the
this-
dividing by 2 again? I'm not.
Do
Yeah.
exactly what their verbiage is. I wrote it down this time. So it says if the p-value stated is only the p-value stated, like in SPSS or Excel, is only the p-value if it's a two-sided test. If it were a one-sided test, then you will take the p-value number and divide it in half.
Okay.
So, anyway, we're always doing the two-tailed test to
Right.
get our p-value. So that's always just saying it's like equal to on both sides
Right.
or whatever. So if you ever have the greater than or less than sign, you only would need one side. And so you would divide the p-value by 2 because you got to break it up.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So this, again, what decision do you make? We reject the null still, right? Because it's less than, so.
It's still smaller.
Yeah. Super. Here we go, English majors. Help us out here. Based on your response from the previous question, what conclusion do you make? So this time that we have sufficient evidence that there is a mean difference between the two groups. Right?
Yes,
That's what I would
we
think.
have sufficient.
That there is a mean difference. Okay, so the third one.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. As we have seen, the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis. In general, which alternative hypothesis will give the smallest p-value? Wow. Yeah, it really does just depend on the problem. Right? I don't think this gives us enough information. Because regardless, even if we're doing equals to or greater than or less than, there could be a number that's high. So I say number 3. It totally depends on the problem. Okay, 95 confidence interval for the mean between the two groups.
So is that for the most recent?
It's for B, I think for B, yeah.
Okay, just checking. So the mean that I have is 11.955.
11.95, you said?
And this is with the
Yeah.
greater than or not equal?
Sorry, aren't we on number 16?
What's point estimate?
Yeah.
Larky.
Yeah, what's the point estimate?
What's the point estimate for this 95 confidence?
Point estimate.
Oh, I was figuring out. Let's fill
It's
out
the-
18 and 19 because I have that.
The point estimate is just the range, like the margin of error range.
Well, but
Margin
then number
in parentheses.
17 says what is the margin of error?
Yeah.
So
Is it not asking for the mean?
No. So the point estimator, it's asking for the 2 points that are normally in parentheses.
No. That's the lower bound and the upper bound
Yeah.
for 18 and 19. So 18 and 19 would be the 95% lower confidence interval, upper bound or whatever. But then I think the point estimate, I think that is just the mean of the differences.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but
Couldn't remember.
you guys, I kind of went that way, and then it sounded like maybe you guys weren't sure. It made me
Yeah,
doubt
I'm
myself.
not 100%. No, I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure what the
You
point
guys, I'll
estimate
be
is.
right
I'd have
back.
to look it up.
Sorry. I've
Yeah,
got
go ahead.
listeners.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna point estimate. I don't remember what it is. I think it's the mean of the value, but
Yeah,
mean, sigma, known, point estimators. Yeah. So
So just the mean.
it's the mean
Yeah.
of the difference.
11. Yeah, the mean of the difference. So 11.9545, right?
Yeah.
3. So 11.956. Oh, 5. Sorry, 11.955.
That's what I have too, yeah.
Okay.
So
So then what's your margin of error for this confidence interval?
all right.
So that is the lower bound minus the mean, right? Right.
Subtract it from the upper bound. Am I wrong?
Lower bound. No, subtract it from the lower bound, not upper. Right?
Yeah.
Which number do I put first? The mean? Or am I doing the lower bound first? I'm gonna take it away. I gotta look. Oh, that's last week's.
So just do the lower bound, subtract the mean, right?
Yeah, is that what goes first? The lower bound?
Do you just
So
just out
5
of
minus 11?
You guys have the same confidence interval as me. I want to double check on that. I have for the lower bound 5.303.
Yeah.
Okay,
Upper
good.
18.607 or 6.
So it's just asking for the difference between those, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, but is it, wait, what? The margin of error?
It's yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just asking, do I put negative 6.652 or is it just 6.652?
I had 6.652.
What number did you put first? The mean or the lower bound?
I put the
Mean.
I actually did Larky, I actually did the upper bound minus the mean and I got 6.652, but I don't know if that's right.
I'm not sure where you're getting 6.652. Can you walk me through that part?
Yes, so when you're finding the margin of error, all you have to do is have the mean, which we have, and then I thought it was the lower bound, but you subtract the mean from the lower bound. But I think no matter what, you get 6.652. Because if you did 11 plus 5, you would get the 6, or 18 plus 11 divided by 2. Anyway, I'm making it sound super complicated. But I think no matter which bound you subtract, you get the same answer, don't you?
Well, I think you got negative. No?
Well, yes, I got negative.
Sorry, you guys.
But I think you are supposed to do the lower bound. Let me.
So what question are you guys on?
We're on number 17.
Okay, so for 16, did you guys just use the mean, 11
Yeah, the mean of the difference, yeah.
Okay. So 11.9, did you guys round it or no?
11.955.
Oh, okay.
I-
Found it.
I'll check to see where it says how many decimal places. Yeah.
Or you could do this, upper bound minus lower bound divided by 2. That's what my thing says right here.
Okay.
M equals upper bound minus lower bound divided by 2. So what do we get with that?
We get this 6.65.
Positive?
I think it depends on
Okay.
which way you subtract it. So I don't know.
Well,
if
it says do the upper bound first. So upper bound minus lower bound. And then, so that's
then it would be
positive. Okay, so 6.652.
Sorry, Laura, can you confirm the same?
6.652.
So you can just use the upper bound and subtract the difference of the mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The last two are easy.
Yeah, so I have 5.303 and then 18.607.
So do I.
That's
Okay.
That's true.
Okay. Oh, good work, everybody. 1 second. I need to find where you all are on my screen because you are not on my screen anymore because I have about 25 windows open. Okay. All right, so thanks for being here today. We're going to stop the broadcast. If we have further questions or comments, we can continue. If not, then we'll just turn our test in and be good for the day. Thanks so much.